Isn't it strange how some of the fittest, most active elders still carry stubborn belly fat, no matter how clean they eat or how many walks they take? In 2022, a 6-year observational study from Tufts University stunned the medical community. Researchers followed over 2,000 elders between 60 and 85 years old who exercised daily, walked regularly, and ate low-calorie diets. And yet, 73% of them developed increased belly fat, despite doing everything right. Why? Because belly fat after 60 is not caused by what you think. It's not about how much you move. It's not just what you eat, and it's definitely not about your weight overall. It's something much deeper, something that medical experts are only just beginning to understand. And if you're over 60, especially between 65 and 80, and your belly keeps expanding even while your legs, face, or arms seem thinner, then this isn't fat from food. This is metabolic resistance. And once it begins, walking won't reverse it, salad won't undo it, and your body starts storing fat even from healthy meals. But there is a fix, not a gimmick, not a shortcut, but a very real, deeply researched fix built around restoring your hormonal clocks, activating a specific enzyme that stops belly storage, and resetting the most misunderstood organ in aging, your metabolism. This story will connect everything for you, step by step, but skip any part, and the entire answer may collapse. Don't make that mistake. Let's begin. There's a man named David Clark, 71 years old, retired firefighter, strong build, lean shoulders, always active. He walked 8,000 steps a day, ate a Mediterranean diet, barely touched sugar, but his belly kept growing. He didn't notice at first. Then one day his belt didn't fit, his pants sat differently, his lower back started hurting, but the scale only showed 3 pounds difference. It didn't make sense, until his blood work came back. Fasting glucose was elevated, AMPK levels low, insulin sensitivity resistant, and his waist circumference increased by 3 inches in 9 months, while his body weight only changed by 1.7%. This was classic visceral belly fat, not the squishy fat you feel under your skin. This was the dangerous, toxic kind that wraps around your organs, hardens your liver, interferes with your heart, and speeds up cognitive decline. This type of fat begins accumulating silently, especially in elders with fit lifestyles, but hidden metabolic imbalances. Why? Because aging changes everything inside. Your muscle mass starts declining by 3–5% every decade after 50. Less muscle means lower resting metabolism. That means even a healthy meal is processed slower, stored faster, and leaves behind more byproducts. And worse, the hormones that regulate belly storage, like insulin, cortisol, leptin, and ghrelin, start misfiring. Even if you walk after dinner, those hormones keep telling your body, store fat, protect organs, prepare for famine, and the most important metabolic switch of them all, AMPK, or AMP-activated protein kinase, begins shutting down. This enzyme is your body's internal fat-burning switch. It tells cells to use fat for energy, but after 60, it starts slowing, and when AMPK activity drops, your cells stop burning fat and start stacking it. So if you're eating less but your belly is growing, that's your AMPK calling for help. Now let's break down the belly fat disaster point by point, not myth, truth, not opinion, science. First, breakfast. Most elders eat what they think is healthy: toast, fruit, coffee, maybe a little yogurt, but those are either carb-heavy or low in protein, and without at least 20–25 grams of protein at breakfast, your metabolism starts the day half awake. You miss the critical morning muscle activation window. Instead, start with 2 boiled eggs, a small scoop of protein powder mixed in almond milk, 5 almonds, and a half avocado with olive oil drizzle. That alone gives you essential fats, choline, leucine, and healthy calories, enough to signal your metabolism into motion. And if you're diabetic or borderline, always eat protein first, fiber second, carbs last. This sequence alone can reduce post-meal blood sugar by up to 50%, according to the American Diabetes Association. Now let's talk cortisol. After 60, your stress hormone rhythm shifts. Instead of peaking in the morning and dropping by night, many elders experience an afternoon spike, triggered by skipped meals, inflammation, or mental stress. This spike causes belly fat storage to accelerate. Solution: don't skip lunch, ever. Eat around 1 p.m. Keep it simple: grilled fish or lentils, boiled broccoli, half sweet potato. Add turmeric or ginger for anti-inflammatory support, and drink a glass of water with lemon and sea salt to stabilize your adrenal function. Dinner should be the lightest meal of your day, and never eat after 7 p.m. The later you eat, the longer insulin stays elevated overnight, and that's the prime time for belly fat to get stored. Instead of rice or bread, use zucchini noodles, cauliflower mash, or roasted vegetables. 1 cup of herbal tea with cinnamon helps regulate nighttime glucose and calm the nervous system. But nutrition is only half the story. The other half is metabolic movement. Walking alone isn't enough after 60. To fight belly fat, you must include short resistance-based movements that activate deep muscle fibers. These movements signal the body to preserve muscle and burn stored fat. It doesn't need to be gym-based. In fact, most of it can be done at home. Every morning do 15 air squats, 10 wall push-ups, 10 standing leg raises per side, and 30 seconds of deep breathing while holding your arms above your head. Repeat this twice. Total time 6 minutes. That alone can stimulate your muscle metabolism for the next 6 hours. Twice a week, use 2-liter water bottles as weights, and do 3 sets of bicep curls and shoulder presses. This keeps your upper body engaged. Your muscles burn fat, your fat doesn't burn itself, and posture matters. If your core is weak and your lower spine curves, your belly will push outward, no matter how lean you are. Add 1 core movement: sit upright on a chair, lift 1 leg at a time, hold for 5 seconds. This strengthens your transverse abdominis, your natural belly corset. But what about sleep? Belly fat and sleep are deeply connected. Poor sleep increases ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and decreases leptin, the fullness hormone. And in elders, this imbalance happens faster. If you're sleeping less than 6 hours, your body stores more fat, especially around the waist. Improve your sleep by dimming lights after 8 p.m., using blackout curtains, and avoiding screens. Take magnesium glycinate at night, 200-300 milligrams, to relax your nervous system, and use white noise if your sleep is shallow. Many elders also experience low testosterone or estrogen after 60, which impacts belly fat directly. For men, adding zinc-rich foods like pumpkin seeds, spinach, and lean beef can support natural testosterone function. For women, phytoestrogenic foods like flaxseed, sesame, and soy organic only can support hormone balance. Now let's talk about the real culprit behind slow fat burn: toxic buildup in your mitochondria. Mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells, burning fuel for energy. But over time, they accumulate waste, toxins, and oxidative stress. This slows fat metabolism. To clean them, you need antioxidants. Add blueberries, small portion, green tea, and turmeric daily. Take alpha-lipoic acid AAA supplements, if recommended by your doctor. It enhances mitochondrial cleaning. And remember hydration. Most elders are chronically dehydrated. This slows lymphatic drainage, increases inflammation, and makes belly fat harder to mobilize. You need at least 1.5 liters of water daily. Add a pinch of sea salt to 1 glass to improve absorption. When David Clark made those subtle but powerful changes to his routine, his protein-rich breakfasts, early light dinners, short daily resistance movements, and hydration schedule, his belly began to shrink. Not overnight, but week by week. And while the physical transformation was slow, what shocked him more was the mental shift. His energy returned, his moods leveled, and for the first time in years, his belt started fitting again, backwards. But what really pushed his progress forward wasn't just diet or exercise. It was fixing the things that most people forget or never knew in the first place. Let's go deeper. There's a hidden connection between your belly fat and your digestive fire. As you age, the body produces less stomach acid. This means food breaks down slower. Nutrients like protein, magnesium, and B12 are not fully absorbed, and this leads to an underfed metabolism. Even if you're eating enough, your body stores fat because it thinks it's in a shortage. To correct this, David added a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar diluted in water before lunch. This supported his stomach acid. He also took a probiotic with his first meal every morning. Not just any brand, but one with at least 10 billion CFU and multiple strains, like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. This improved his digestion, reduced bloating, and reactivated fat-burning enzymes in his gut. If your stomach feels full, even after small meals, or if you burp often, feel gassy, or notice inconsistent bowel movements, these are signs of low stomach acid or gut imbalance. Fix that, and your belly becomes less of a storage zone and more of a fuel tank. Sleep quality is another silent weapon in this battle. Most elders don't realize that one poor night of sleep can lower insulin sensitivity the next day. That means your body stores more fat from the same food. A Harvard study showed that adults over 60 who slept less than 6 hours per night had a 15% higher belly fat ratio than those who averaged 7-8 hours. David took sleep seriously. He didn't just go to bed earlier, he prepared for it. At 8 p.m., he dimmed the lights. At 8:30, he turned off screens. By 9 p.m., he was reading under a soft lamp with chamomile tea by his side. No blue lights, no stress triggers. He also stopped drinking fluids after 6:30 p.m. to avoid midnight bathroom trips. That single habit change gave him deeper sleep and longer rest windows. He also switched his pillow to an orthopedic one that kept his neck aligned. Why? Because misaligned posture during sleep can compress the vagus nerve, an important channel that connects your gut, brain, and organs, and when it's pinched, stress hormones rise, your body panics, fat storage increases. Another hidden contributor to belly fat in elders is medication timing. David's doctor had prescribed a common blood pressure pill. He used to take it every morning, but one visit changed everything. The physician advised him to try nighttime dosing instead, after reviewing a study from the University of Vigo in Spain, showing that nighttime blood pressure medication reduces cardiovascular risk and improves metabolic recovery during sleep. After 3 weeks on this schedule, David's waistline dropped another inch without any change to his food or exercise. Let's not forget how critical daily movement is, but not the kind you think. David didn't run, he didn't lift heavy weights, he practiced thermogenic stretching. Each morning, before eating, he stood in front of a window, with sunlight. He took 5 slow deep breaths, then he stretched his arms overhead, pulled his knees up one at a time, and did a slow twisting motion to activate his core. 5 minutes total, but this sequence warmed up his body, increased fat oxidation by 18%, and woke up the brown fat cells, the ones responsible for burning stored fat, especially in the belly. Afternoon movement came too. Instead of sitting for hours, he set a timer to get up every 45 minutes. He walked to the kitchen, the window, or simply paced for 30 seconds. These short bursts helped improve insulin sensitivity. Even something as basic as walking while talking on the phone added over 1,000 extra steps to his day without noticing. Now here's the piece. Few people talk about emotional storage. Stress doesn't just affect the brain, it sits in the belly. When elders feel helpless, ignored, unappreciated, or bored, their cortisol levels stay elevated, and cortisol directly signals the body to store belly fat. This isn't psychological theory, it's physiology. David used to feel that way. His kids moved away, his daily purpose shrank, but when he added 2 10-minute practices, gratitude journaling and daylight exposure before 9 a.m., his cortisol dropped, his belly fat stopped resisting, and his metabolism responded like it hadn't in years. If you're not seeing progress, even after clean meals and walks, your body may not feel safe. It may be holding on to fat as a survival mechanism. The only way to release it is to calm your system from the inside. You need to wake up with intention, spend 5 minutes in the sun, drink warm water, stretch lightly, eat real food, avoid drama and chaos before noon, and find small moments to smile. David found his through community. He joined a garden group. Twice a week, he worked with soil, plants, and elders who shared laughter. His body began listening. He didn't need motivation anymore. He felt like living again, and the belly followed. There are also chemical signals involved in aging that block fat-burning pathways. One of them is oxidative stress. Elders accumulate free radicals in their cells from past damage, pollution, toxins, and age. These molecules damage mitochondria, your energy burners. David fought this by adding dark-colored vegetables to every meal: beets, spinach, purple cabbage, red onions. He used extra virgin olive oil daily. He added half a teaspoon of turmeric with black pepper every evening. These antioxidants reduced cellular inflammation and reactivated his belly fat response. And then there's hydration, not just water, but proper electrolyte balance. Every morning, David drank a glass of water with a pinch of sea salt and lemon. This hydrated his cells faster than plain water. He avoided sugary sports drinks, or zero-calorie chemical ones, just minerals and natural vitamin C. The result? His body flushed toxins faster, and his digestion sped up. It all added up, slowly, quietly, but powerfully. David Clark, who once stared at his growing belly in frustration, now walks lighter, sleeps deeper, and moves freer. His waist is 3 inches smaller, his blood pressure is down, and his metabolism is running like he's 50 again. There's a strange moment that happens around the 3rd or 4th week, when an elder starts doing everything right: nutrient-rich meals, daily stretching, better sleep, less stress. It feels like you've cracked the code. Your belly shrinks a little, you wake up lighter, you even feel happier. But then, things slow again. Not because your effort stopped, but because inside your body, a deeper switch hasn't fully turned on. That switch is metabolic activation. David Clark reached that moment. After all his changes, there was still a stubborn ring of belly fat that refused to leave. His meals were cleaner than ever, his muscles stronger, his sleep solid, but his belly still holding on. That's when his doctor explained something very few people over 60 ever hear. "You're doing everything right," the doctor said, "but your AMP-K is still sleeping." AMP-K, your body's internal fat-burning switch, controls how much energy you burn and how much fat you store. It responds to signals from food, movement, and age, and after 60, it often fades into silence, unless you wake it up. And it was around that time David was introduced to a unique supplement, not a miracle pill, not a gimmick, but something that directly supported AMP-K activation at the cellular level, using ingredients backed by metabolic science. But we'll get there soon. Let's go further into what else may be holding you back. You might be making all the right moves, but timing matters. If your meals are off by even a few hours, your insulin may still spike, and if you aren't balancing insulin, no fat loss system will work long term. David adjusted by using time-restricted eating. He gave his body a 13-hour break between dinner and breakfast. Dinner at 6:30 p.m., breakfast at 7:30 a.m. This window gave his body time to clean, burn stored fat and restore cell health. He also used gentle cold exposure. Every morning he rinsed his face and wrists with cool water. That simple act helped his brown fat, the calorie-burning kind, stay active. He replaced long walks with short, high-quality ones, 10 minutes after meals, not for speed, but for rhythm. It helped regulate his blood sugar and burn more post-meal fat. Then he stopped one dangerous habit: constant snacking. Elders often nibble all day. Crackers, tea biscuits, handfuls of trail mix. These small bites keep insulin levels elevated, and belly fat can't shrink if insulin is high. David cut all snacks. Instead, he ate full, satisfying meals with real fat, fiber, and protein. By week 5, his clothes were looser, his cravings dropped, but he still wanted to push things further. That's when his AMP-K finally responded. And now we talk about it, the missing link. A solution that's been used by thousands of elders with resistant belly fat, especially those who already eat well, walk daily, and sleep better, but still feel stuck. It's called LivelyWisdom, not just a catchy name. This supplement was specifically designed to support metabolism after 60. It targets AMP-K, increases thermogenesis, and helps convert stubborn belly fat into usable energy. Its core ingredients include grains of paradise extract, ginger root, and chromium, all clinically studied to improve metabolic efficiency. But more than that, it contains AMP-K activating compounds that signal your cells to stop storing and start burning. David took it every morning with water, before breakfast, just 1 capsule. Within the first week, his energy improved, his digestion sped up. He felt warmer during walks, not sweating, but burning. By the second week, his belly circumference dropped by half an inch. No new diet, no harder exercise, just enhanced activation. What makes this supplement different is that it's built for aging bodies, not 25-year-olds who go to the gym 5 times a week. This formula respects slow digestion, lowered hormones, and fragile joints. It works quietly, alongside your habits, not against them. He kept taking it daily. It became part of his morning ritual. Wake up, brush teeth, stretch, let me burn, breakfast, and the progress didn't stall again. You need to understand, this isn't a replacement for your habits. It's the key that unlocks the next level of results from those habits. It tells your AMK to wake up, to burn fat again, to fight back against what aging is trying to do. If you're over 60, stuck with a belly that refuses to leave, and you've already tried the clean eating and walking approach, then this is your next step. But don't wait. When you finally feel your belly loosen, your energy rise, your metabolism work again, it changes your life, but only if you act. The link is in the description and comments. Don't scroll past it. Don't tell yourself maybe later, because every single day you delay, your AMK drops further, your belly becomes more resistant, and you lose one more chance to make your body burn again. You've worked too hard to stop here. Buy it, take it, trust it.